Grace and peace. Welcome to Judah's Roar Domestic Violence Awareness Initiative YouTube channel. I am your host, Apostle Cheryl. Today's topic will be keep asking, seeking, and knocking. Keep asking, seeking, and knocking. But before we get started, check down here below the video. Click that subscribe button if you've not done so already, and look for other ways that you can partner with us. There's so many ways that you can help us in our quest to eradicate domestic violence globally. All right. While you're there, make sure you click that bell for notifications. That way you'll receive a notification every time we upload a new video. We typically upload a video every Sunday evening at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, let's get started. There are very real, life impacting reasons that domestic violence victims may struggle with leaving an abusive situation, or even once they have exited safely, they continue to be confronted with challenges. Okay, before they even exit, there's an entire process emotionally and intellectually that they have to kind of go through and process in order to even arrive at the conclusion that they've made a horrible mistake in allowing this relationship to take place in the first place, or in staying in it as long as they have, however long that has been. So they have to process that. And it takes a whole lot to reach the place where they are able to, number one, discern, and then number two, accept that they've been treated horribly and that they don't deserve it. That they've been treated horribly and their children don't deserve it. And their pets don't deserve it. And their loved ones don't deserve to have to be concerned about their well being on a day in and day out basis under such extreme circumstances. And so there's an entire process. Um, and on average, it's been established that a woman will leave 7 times before she leaves for good because of many of the things that we're going to talk about today. But so there are financial concerns. There is concerns about not having employment, or if they are employed, not having benefits. There may be concern about being on the abuser's health insurance, for example, and losing access to that if they have some pre-existing health conditions. Um, Food insufficiency. How are they going to eat? How are they going to feed their children? How are they going to clothe their children? How are they going to provide? And even if they don't have children, how are they going to live? How are they going to make it? And so once they leave, the magnitude of the situation will invariably strike them. And they may have mixed feelings. They may feel relieved that they're out of a situation that was dangerous and toxic. And they may also have concern about how they are going to manage, and maybe they should return to a clearly dangerous situation. Okay. The Bible reminds us in Hebrews 4 and 15 that we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. And so that passage in Hebrews is referring to Jesus, and it's talking about the fact that every pain, every disappointment that we experience in life, he has experienced prior to us, and absolutely didn't deserve anything that he experienced because he was without sin. Okay. And so why am I bringing it up? Because it's a comfort to know. I know for me it was that he understood the pain, he understood the angst, the anxiety, the trepidation, the questions, the self-doubt. He understood all of that because of what he experienced in his time here, um, on earth. Another scripture says, and this is Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 and 26. Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what ye shall eat or what you shall drink, nor about your body, what you shall put on. Matthew 6 and 33 and 34 states, therefore, do not be anxious for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Let the day's own trouble be sufficient for the day. And so, what is that saying? That the concerns that we have um, as survivors, as victims, just trying to make it, trying to rebuild our lives, they are real concerns. But we are encouraged to approach these things one day at a time and not think too far ahead. Um, because, first of all, it diminishes your focus on the present, on the here and now, and it provides an opportunity for greater anxiety and greater frustration. So we're not saying don't plan. We're not saying don't plan, but don't get too far ahead of yourself. Make it day to day. Make it week to week. Okay? Be grateful for what you have today. Be grateful for what you have today. Be grateful that you're out of that situation today and savor that and be strengthened by that. Um, the Lord is faithful to provide for us. And he has a special place in his heart for those who are being maltreated, those who are not being treated in a just manner. All right. And so our mindset, when we're walking through these situations, an abusive situation, an unjust situation, an unfair situation, our mindset should be one of being determined to continue to ask and continuing to knock and continuing to seek. Continue to do that until you get what it is you're trying to obtain. All right. And that is so important. And so if we approach it with a mindset of expectancy, right? Expectancy, um, not resigned to defeat, not resigned to, I've been in an abusive situation and my life will always be this way, but expecting it to get better, expecting the Lord, placing a demand on Him, an expectancy that you will be delivered out of it in time, that you will be able to rebuild your life one step at a time. But we cannot be passive. We can't be passive. So we have to do more than just pray and then chill, pray, and continue to put up with the foolery. We have to be actively engaged. And so, what does that look like? It means having a mindset of expectancy and look for resources, look for help, seek help, call the hotlines, educate yourself, educate those around you so that they know how best to help you. Develop a safety plan, be actively involved in your own deliverance. Learn what to say and what not to say to someone when they are in a rage, when they are angry. We just recorded a video that will help in that area. And so educate yourself so that you can navigate your current circumstances as you transition to your new circumstances. But the key piece is being expectant, looking for those doors, knowing that God is opening doors. He's opening doors. Where are they? Where are they? Not if he. Doors are open. Where are they? That's your part. That's my part to locate that open door. Now, here's the tricky part. Oftentimes, we'll come upon an open door, even as a victim, and we don't like the design of the door. We don't like the doorknob. We think that there should be two keys to the door. Okay. We kick the door closed and put a padlock on it. We won't avail ourselves of the help behind that door. Okay. So the question then becomes, how important is your freedom to you? How important is your autonomy to you? How important is peace of mind to you? What are you willing to do to have it? You've got to be willing to not stop because a door is closed. That just means that wasn't the door. That wasn't your door at this time. Go to the next door. Go to the next door. And then go to the next door. Keep going till a door opens. You keep going until a door opens. Go back to the door that told you no. Okay, there's a passage of scripture in the Bible that talks about the woman before the unjust judge. She wore him out. She wore him out. He kept telling her no. She kept going back. So he got tired of her asking and gave her what she wanted. So sometimes the key is persistence. Persistence. Something that I learned years ago. No is no for me when I accept it as no. It's not no for me until I accept it. It's just not yet. It's just not here. It's just not under these conditions. Okay. But no is absolutely no when you accept it. Don't accept the first no. Don't accept the first no. Find a way, find the door, because the Lord is faithful. The Lord is faithful. And again, the concerns that survivors have are real. They're very real concerns. But there are agencies and entities out there that will help you with food. Okay? So you can't be prideful and say, I'm not going to a food shelter. You can't say, I'm not applying for benefits because I've never done that before in my life and it's demeaning. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay? You have a right to those services. Go get them. You have a right to those services. Go get them. You have people getting them who don't even have a right to them. So certainly someone who has a right to it should avail themselves of it. Okay. So we can't be prideful. We can't be prideful. There can't be anything as long as it's not illegal or unethical or immoral. There should not be anything that you are not willing to do to get what you're supposed to have. Okay. So again, we have to be actively involved. And self-talk is important. So don't tell yourself life is horrible, it's been horrible, it'll always be horrible. Tell yourself, you know what? God is faithful. Yes, this is a hot mess, this whole situation. But you know what? He is faithful. He stands ready to deliver me out of this. I need to join him at what he's already doing. You know what? God is not waiting for us to ask to prepare our exit, to prepare our deliverance. He wants us to ask. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. Okay? So we can't languish. We cannot languish. We can't give up. Okay? And every once in a while you'll feel like giving up. You'll feel like throwing in the towel. You'll feel like screaming or whatever, but you can't give up. This is what I tell myself. Try one more time. Try one more time. Hold on one more day. If you have to tell yourself that every day, then you tell yourself that every day, okay? But a mindset of expectancy, uh, positive self talk, um, remind yourself about how amazing and how awesome you are, and you were before you got into the situation that has deprived you of your self confidence, okay, and your peace. Matthew 7 verses 7 and 8. Jesus said, "Ask and it will be given you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he or she who seeks finds, and to him or her who knocks, it will be opened." Listen to me. Listen. Listen. I've been through some stuff. I've been through some appalling stuff, and I'm appalled even when I think back over it. I get appalled all over again. Just when I go back in my mind and think about it. But you know what? The Lord is faithful. And the key is you can't give up. The key is you cannot give up. And here's the other thing. Don't reject help when it shows up. Don't reject help. Okay? You're in a domestic violence situation, you speak to an advocate, they talk to you about a safety plan, you refuse to do one. They talk to you about calling a hotline, you refuse to do that. You have got to be as committed to your own life and your own safety as those who are trying to help you, okay? They can't do it without you. They can't save your life without your cooperation. They can't help you rebuild your life without your cooperation, okay? Um, so I want to leave you with this thought. From time to time, you'll run into an agency, an entity, an individual, it may even be a counselor, um, who fails you, who fails you, who frustrate your efforts to try to better your life, who frustrate your efforts to regain your autonomy and to get to a place of safety in your life. You know, we've heard the saying, forgive and forget. I don't know who said that, but that's some horrible advice. Forgive and remember. Forgive and remember who you are. Forgive and remember what your potential is and what God has placed down on the inside of you. Okay? Don't allow one individual, one agency, one set of circumstances to cause you to go sit down in the corner and be quiet. You are far more valuable than that. What am I saying? Keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. This is Apostle Cheryl with Judah's Roar Domestic Violence Awareness Initiative YouTube channel. I am so happy that you've taken the time to hang out with us on today. Please share this video. And you stay safe out there. You stay safe. Blessings to you.